Welcome, friends. It is I, Scarf, and it's time for the Sunday vlog. In the background, you're going to see another Bacchus Arena, and you know how that's going to go. Badly. For somebody. Maybe me, maybe them. You'll see soon enough. Let's see what to talk about. Okay, so the big thing is Comic-Con. Comic-Con is coming. Comic-Con's going to be here. This week is going to see very few streams. Training's Tuesday night, so the stream might be a little short on Tuesday. Wednesday might have a stream still. Thursday, Friday, Saturday will not have streams because I'll be working the entire cons. And Sunday as well, I'll be working the con. The con ends early on Sunday, and we usually stream at like, 6 or 7? 6 o'clock. We usually stream at 6 on Sundays, and that might not happen because Comic-Con ends about 5 or 6-ish. So maybe not there. Normally I work half the con, and then I attend half the con. This year I'm working the entire con, so I don't actually get to enjoy too much of the con. I'm going to scramble and get swag during breaks, but that's about it. And that's unfortunate for me, but money's tight this year. It's really tight. I'm struggling quite a bit, so because of that, I got to work the whole con. And boo-hoo, I go to a con, no one else can go to a con. So, you know, was that first world problems in a way? But I've attended Comic-Con for almost half my life, and it's just awesome and fun to go there. And I want to enjoy it, but I'll just have to enjoy it, just seeing other people enjoy it, I guess, while working the con. And yeah, the reason why I work the con is, well, a couple of reasons. One reason is, I get to go there. By working at the con, you get paid to go to the con, and then get to attend it. Although I'll be working all of it this time. The other thing is, you just get to attend. That's great. But also being a part of the whole thing, because Comic-Con's just this big, cool thing. It's pretty nice to be on both sides of it. Be on the side of making the con happen, and being on the side of attending the con is a pretty interesting dynamic you can do. And that's what I do. It's pretty fun, that. And just, Comic-Con is like Disneyland for some people. That's what it really is. And what you should do with that mindset is you want to make it an awesome experience for the people at Comic-Con, just like they do at Disneyland. You want to be entertaining and stuff like that. So every year when I work the con, I'm welcoming people, complimenting their costumes, trying to figure out what the hell their costumes are if I don't know what it is. Try not to look at the ladies too much, but there's some amazing costumes you see. There's of course there's the March of the Stormtroopers. There's also there's Iron Mans, some really good looking Iron Mans. There was a dude in a mech suit last time. That was freaking awesome. Like a full-on suit. Like, he's not walking on the ground. He's got things under him when he's walking. You need some strength to move that sucker around. It's pretty cool. Transformers going around. The best Transformers are the ones that actually transform into cars. That is the coolest thing ever. That is so awesome. And there's joke costumes like casual Darth Vader and just stuff like that. It's just great. It's just a funny atmosphere. Of course, there's also just some weird people holding up weird, dumb signs. I remember one year a guy's holding up a sign and it just says this long paragraph of stuff, and at the bottom he just puts "never gonna give you up," and he's like, "Oh, you got rickrolled." Like, nobody read that sign. Nobody read your damn sign. All they noticed was the rickroll at the bottom because you put it in large letters while the whole thing was pretty small. You keep moving around, no one can read your dang thing. And there's a lot of interesting stuff with Comic-Con. I think I will vlog about that post-con in the future, and maybe also during con. I'm thinking maybe hold back on next week's vlog and do it after Comic-Con, and maybe live vlog it with streams so people can ask questions, and that'll be a really long vlog, but it'll be interesting, and I can show off what little swag I got. Every year, though, get so much swag, even hopefully able to get some without too much trouble this year. We usually try to get every single bag from the con, so last year we got Godzilla, Lego Movie, Green Arrow, The Following, whatever other ones they were. Oh, Flashpoint. There were a lot of bags. We got all of them. We got every single one of them. Me and my sister, because she also works the con and attends too. So we'll see what stuff I can get out of that and just show that off on the stream. And there's that thought as well. Some personalities, I'm calling myself personalities, some people on YouTube, they go to cons, they show off what they got, and then they try to give it away. And there's no way I could do that yet because of shipping and handling and how expensive that gets, especially internationally. But I think in the distant future, I know we have a lot of hopes here and a lot of belief we'll make it big, but you have to keep that, you have to have that mindset that you will make it big if you ever want to make it big. And when we get there, because you gotta say when, not if, when we get there to the size that we can do that, that'll be awesome. Like, Jesse Cox was pretty awesome about it. Was at the end of the year, he had these swag bags from every con he went to for the year, so he had like 6 or 7 bags. So at the end of the year, everyone was like, just tell me which one you want, and then I'll put all these names in a thing and randomly pick them, and you'll get these bags. That was a pretty cool thing he did. That's really nice. That's something I would enjoy doing, is having all these bags of free things I got from a con and giving it away. That would be great. This year wouldn't happen, maybe next year it wouldn't happen either, but in the distant future, that would be an awesome thing to do. That would be a great thing to do for viewers, is to give them some free stuff. That'd be cool. One of my favorite random little things was notepads. You know, like Post-it notes with the Transformers, with the Autobot symbol on them. I got like 100 of those things. I just kept taking them. Like Hasbro had them, and when they weren't looking, I just took a whole stack. And when they weren't looking, I took another stack, and I just kept taking them and taking more of them. The best day to get swag, okay, the best day is the first day on Thursday, and the best day is also the last day on Sunday. And the reason for that is, on the first day, well, they have all the limited stuff, so that's the time to get all that things. But on the last day, they have a bunch of crap they need to just unload because they have nowhere else to put it, so they will just give you a bunch. One year, for Twilight fans, I wasn't, my sister was though, they were giving away just Twilight cards or whatever, and they just dumped 100 cards on me. I'm like, holy crap, I don't know what I'm gonna do with all these Twilight cards, but I have them. Maybe they're worth $1 now. I don't know on eBay, but you can get the randomest swag, especially from places that aren't that popular. They'll just dump everything on you. I remember getting like refrigerator magnets, having a couple hundred of those. Weighs you down, but holy crap, it's funny to have all that. Just the randomest things you can have. And it's interesting, and it's just something else. It really is. Comic-Con's an interesting thing to go to. And I think I talked about Comic-Con enough right now. Maybe I'll talk about it a little bit more later. But okay, let's see. Smite stuff. So, Poseidon Guide came out. Released it Friday. Terrible numbers. So I think we should probably just release them on Saturdays. There's a couple factors that could be why Poseidon did so badly. It could be Poseidon's not that popular. Maybe that's one. Another one is Friday night's a bad time to put out a guide because everyone's doing other things. No one's playing the game really. Well, kids might, but the population in general is probably out doing stuff. And I don't know. Do people just not like me on Reddit is the other thought. Like, do people just go, oh, he's putting up another thing, screw him, and then downvote him? Because I got quite a few downvotes on the Poseidon Reddit. Quite a few. So I don't know if it's me or Poseidon. And I'm hoping it's Poseidon, not me on that one. But you never know. You just don't know. I don't. For when Reddit likes you, they upvote the hell out of you. When Reddit hates you, they downvote everything you have. And that can be very terrible when that happening. Because as much as Reddit likes to think it's very, as some people like think Reddit is objective and the good stuff will rise to the top, no, it isn't. It's a popularity contest every time. Reddit is a popularity contest, or random crap that's entertaining goes to the top. That's it. It's not cream of the crop. It's just what has entertained the population at the moment. And did this post go up at the right time and stuff like that? It can be a bit of a crapshoot, Reddit. And we try to bring it up to just try to help. Reddit is the biggest source of showing people things. Nobody looks at the guide areas or any of that stuff. But you put it on the main Reddit, and if it gets upvoted up and a bunch of people see it, you will help people learn the game that weren't exactly looking to learn to do better at a game. That's really the goal they're putting on the main Reddit, is helping people learn to get better at the game, even though they probably didn't mean to. That's really the goal of putting the guides there, because it has done that. It's got people like, oh, I was just looking at this and yeah, I learned some things, and that's great. But I don't know. It's a very muddy business trying to get around and do all these things, work them out and everything like that. It's complicated. It's just complicated. Trying to help people get better at the game, it ain't easy. It really isn't. The purpose of these guides is just help people get better at the game, because if people get better at the game, then less people will suck at the game, which will make less people rage at the game, will make less people not want to play the game. So the idea is to enrich the game by enriching the base. That's what I'm trying to do here. I don't know if I'm wording that right or not, but the idea is the better everyone gets at the game, the better the game is itself. That's really what I feel. You can't raise the entire quality, but you can still try to raise the damn quality anyway. It's better to try than not, although it sucks to not really get the payoff from the try, but you gotta keep trying. If you don't keep trying, then what? And criticism can be annoying as hell, but what can you really do? Sometimes the criticism is valid, and I go, yep, you're right. This would have been better. And sometimes the criticism is, what the hell are you talking about? This is why I make these guys, because you're completely wrong. This is why this exists. This is why these things exist, because no. The problem is a lot of people think they're better than they are, and I try not to think that personally. I know I'm good at the game, but I try not to think I'm really great at the game, because I know there's always things to learn and do better at. And also just to understand things that I could do better. Yesterday, I went on tilt and lost like every game I was in, because I was trying to force support Hercules. And the fact of the matter is, it's really about who you are and who you're teamed up with in a match, not just a role. And that's something to understand, is you can't just force a role and do well with it, except for maybe the high tier gods, but Hercules solo probably can work against a lot of things and with a lot of teammates. Hercules support requires specific gods to be played with him. Instead, I was just playing him every time. And I was playing with gods who can't really capitalize on Hercules, and that did not go so well. Hercules and Neith is an amazing combination, because she can lock them down so Hercules can do his combo, or he can do his combo, and then she'll lock them down with her bomb. That'd be great. Amazon Cobb and Hercules doesn't really work out. Hercules pulls and pushes the enemy ADC or tank. And what does Cobb do? He just hits them a lot, but he can't really do much besides slowing them down. He can't lock them down like some of the other ADCs can, so that combination didn't work out so well. Hercules and Ullr, same kind of thing, although Ullr can throw out his axe. That did not go so well either. Hercules and Neith would have been a great combination. Never got that combination. I just kept trying to force it, because I'm like, I gotta learn how to do Hercules support, because I'm curious to see how it goes. But the realization is, it only works with certain things. You can't just do it on everything. You can't do a lot of things with everything. Like, one problem is, holy crap, the number of ADCs are getting escapes now. Rama's got an escape, Neith's always got an escape, Ullr got an escape, Kiba's got an escape. Then you got the ones who don't have an escape. You got Cobb. Well, Apollo's got an escape with his ult. You got Cobb, Artemis. Driblinka's got dash. So just Cobb and Artemis are screwed, because they don't have really good escapes. While the other ones, everyone has a viable way of getting the hell away. And if you're playing a god who's not really meant for lane chase like that, it doesn't work so well. Although Hercules can do some good pulls, pull push, but after the pull push, if we don't have a god that can lock them down to finish them off, then the ADC just gets away. And that's what happens when you fight Rama, like every game. Rama's incredibly hard to keep down. He can just clear a lane on his own very well. He doesn't even need his support. Rama's just annoying as hell to fight. He really is. Ullr's not as bad. Ullr, because his clear got weakened a little bit. But Rama can be incredibly annoying to deal with, because he can just easily get away. So as Hercules, that doesn't work out so well. Because Rama can roll away, and then if you catch up to him, he can ult, and then after the ult's over, he can roll away again, and he'll probably get away after all that. That can be annoying. So it was wrong to try to force it. I should have just played other gods and maybe done better with that, but I didn't. An amazing combination I got a note that I saw last night. Ymir and Rama are a great combination. Ymir's slow makes Rama's ult so much easier to pull off. Holy crap, I didn't even think of that. There's combinations that I can't believe I never thought of. Ymir and Rama are an amazing combination, because that just slows you down. He just freezes you, and then he puts his carpet on you. You are slowed down. Now Rama's going to land all 3 of his hits, unless you have an escape. Since it was Amazon Cobb, Cobb had no way of getting out of there. Cobb got hit with all 3 snipes from Rama, and Cobb died. If it was maybe Neith, maybe she could backflip out of there. Maybe Ullr could jump out of there. But because it was Cobb, he was done. That's the other thing about just combinations against other combinations. Sometimes they're just stronger than other ones. If Ymir made some mistakes, or Rama made some mistakes, we could have killed him, maybe gotten ahead and won that fight. But Ymir-Rama is a pretty strong combination when you consider it. And we just didn't have a guy that could deal with that. Like, the best guys to deal with that would be probably Ullr, or anyone with a dash. Although I think Ullr probably is the best one, because he could just jump over Ymir's wall, while the other ones would have to dash around the wall. I actually don't know if Neith's backflip goes over the wall or not. Her backflip is weird on what it goes over and what it doesn't. So I'm not sure on that. Let's see, the Bacchus game might be done soon, I believe. So the next guy's gonna be Loki, and honestly, I might go beginner, should be mid or solo Loki, honestly. I feel like jungle Loki's more advanced. Jungle Loki, I feel, is harder to do than lane Loki, because lane Loki is Poseidon, basically, in my mind. Is you farm, and you farm, and you farm, and then you alt combo the enemy god to death, and then you farm, and you farm, and you farm, and you alt combo the enemy god to death. And if the enemy god doesn't let you do that, you roam and kill someone else, and then come out your lane and farm and farm and farm. And if the enemy god tries to roam instead, you melt his tower. That is Loki in a nutshell. That is what Loki can do. Loki, solo or mid, just does that. Solo is easier because he doesn't get ganked as much, but laning Loki can be incredibly hard to deal with, because he can hold a lane for freaking ever. And it's amazing. So that's why I feel like that's more the beginner style than jungle, jungle's always going to be more advanced to do, because of all the complicated things you have to do as a jungler, really. That's how I feel about it. So I might go with Loki as mid-solo, or just solo first as beginner, and then mid-jungle as advanced. I might do that, because I really, really think Loki's easier in that position than he is as a jungler. I'm convinced of that, and we'll see if I do that or not going forward. Of course, that discussion will not be this Friday because the Comic-Con will be the next Friday after. So things are going to get derailed a little bit because of stuff like that. So, yeah, see how this all goes. Work on Bacchus. Bacchus got to come out sometime in the next 14 days because of Comic-Con getting in the way of everything. And that's just, there you go. There you go. Is there anything else to talk about? Like, there's a lot of Comic-Con stuff I can talk about, but I'll talk about that during the next vlog after Comic-Con. So I can talk about what I saw this year and things I've seen in the past. Because there's a lot of amazing things. You know, I'll take this last couple minutes to criticize something, and that is people who, last year for Comic-Con, what year before? I can't remember. But when I went on the forums, like, okay, who's going to Comic-Con? I'm curious who's going to go to Comic-Con. And I got people putting, like, I'm not going to hang out, and people putting, I'm not going to go to this place with a bunch of ugly nerds or fat nerds dressed up as Sailor Moon. See you at BlizzCon. I'm like, what the fuck? Sorry for that, but what? Ignorant ignorance can be incredibly annoying. It really can. Different cons do have different things, and I will give the anime cons a bit of crap because anime cons can be pretty weird. Some very, very odd people can be there, but it's their own culture, and that's how they are. But each con is different in the costume ratio and what's being represented there and all that stuff. And I don't know. At the end of the day, as weird as something looks to you, maybe it's fine for whatever. I don't know. What am I saying here? Why do we have to be a douche? I say this as a we, because everyone has something that they will ignorantly say about another group. And I do that a bit with the anime cons because of the stories that I've heard and know about from there. And for some people, that's stories of the horrors of it, and some people those are stories of pride of just how weird it is. So it's just, there's just two sides of the coin. There's people who talk about, like, there's a guy, like, I remember this story. There's a guy at AnimeCon, and he has puppets, and he doesn't do anything. He doesn't interact with people. It's the puppet interacting with people. He doesn't interact. Only the puppet does, and it's weird to people. It really weirds people out. And for some people, that's the reason why not to check that place out, because that's really freaking weird. And I'm like, yeah, that is pretty damn weird. But it's also a thing of pride for other people where, like, yeah, we got this crazy guy who's a puppet. Like, he's just the puppet. He will not acknowledge you as himself. He'll only acknowledge you with the puppet. And it's crazy. Like, there's two sides of the coin like that. And that's just how it is always. And just, there's always going to be creepers at Comic-Cons. I mean, at cons. But, let's all just be a little less ignorant about people and stuff, huh? Right? There's all kinds of all things. Comic-Con has a lot of cool people and a lot of people who are not so cool. Sometimes you do get a-holes. There's all kinds of all things. Comic-Con's got a lot of cool people, got a lot of stupid people, got a lot of jerkwads, got a lot of... I gotta tell one story. I gotta tell one. So Comic-Con last year, it was for... was it Big Bang or The Following? One of those two shows. It's full of capacity. Everyone's in there, there's no more space. And some guy going like, I'm an agent for this actor, whichever big actor. It wasn't Kevin Bacon, or it was, I can't remember if it was The Following or The Big Bang. It was just some name I can't remember right now. One of the people I don't recognize. And it's funny that these are the two shows that I'm confusing right now. But full of capacity, and they're like, their family's here. They must have these spots, or else they're not going to do the panel. It's like, we don't have any spots for these people. Like, make room or whatever. And there's just. That's more of a professional annoyance there, not crowd people going there. But there's just some people that can make the cons very annoying. And in that case, it's like people representing celebrities and just going, we want these things, and we're going to have them now. Short notice, we want them now. And staff trying to scramble and figure out what the hell are they going to do with this, and can they do this, should they do this, talking to the higher-ups and stuff like that. And in the end, they just want, no. All these people came to see this. They're here to see this. They waited in line. This person's family members did not do any of that crap. This is not cool. We're not letting that happen. And it was a hairy situation for like 10 minutes, though, with just arguing and stuff like that. It's like, no. And that's more on the behind-the-scenes level. Something on the more level of, at the con, more patron level, is usually just people yelling at other people to get the hell out of the way, or cursing at them, or flipping out at people, because they want to get to other things, and they're just in a hurry. And Comic-Con can get really congested with people because just the movement of people going through. And you have people just screaming at other people to get the hell out of the way. And that's not very nice. It's not. And I don't know, you get nice people, not so nice people. I'm rambling at this point, so forget it. That's it. Okay, so let's just all be better people. I think that's really what I'm going at. Personally, everybody. And yeah, just do better. Just all do better. Really. I might just be projecting myself on that, where I'd like to be a better person than I am. I think that's it. Is I'd rather stop, not be as ignorant, but it's hard not to on certain subjects like F the MRAs. But okay, that's it. Okay, so that is the vlog. I had fun with watching and listening, and that's what it's all about, isn't it? Having fun. Thanks for coming by, and see you next time.